I believe genocide is a bad thing. Taylor.
Disagree.
So there's this channel called Jubilee, and they're essentially a moderately better version of BuzzFeed. For those that were born after 2010, BuzzFeed was the punching bag for a lot of channels, myself included. They were considered the Meg Griffin of YouTube. Jubilee isn't as bad, but it is fairly similar in terms of them trying to tackle today's societal issues. Jubilee is most famous for their Middle Ground series, which, to be fair, isn't all that bad. Now, even though these videos are bangers, I still think BuzzFeed is the more entertaining channel. I mean, how can Jambalaya compete with classics such as Painting with My Period Blood? And how can we forget the epitome of art, Penis vs. Vagina? Just like most people, I too long for the day BuzzFeed makes their grand return, but for now we must settle with a channel that wants to bring up the old copyright argument. Yeah, that's right. A channel named Abba and Preach found out yesterday that a company called LDS flagged a couple of their Jubilee React videos.
We had videos recently that were flagged, some new, some old, by a company called LDS Affiliate, which on behalf of Jubilee is flagging a bunch of their videos saying that we are infringing on their copyright. Now, I'm not going to make a video about something like this normally. I appeal it. I go through the same steps that I do with all the other channels. Generally, after an appeal or two, everything gets undone. But this time, no. They're going forward with the removal. And they're saying if these videos are not removed in the next 5 to 6 days, they will give us a copyright strike. And there's enough of them that we would probably get 3 copyright strikes and have all the channels removed.
If you've ever watched an Abba and Preach video, you know they do a good job balancing the content they're reviewing while sharing their own viewpoints. Whether you agree with these two or not, they are in fact very opinionated, meaning they actually add value to an already existing video instead of staring at the screen and constantly asking the audience, Whoa, did you guys see that? That was funny. I like that. They're also comedians, so their reaction content is more appealing than the original video to some people. And it would seem even the CEO and founder of Jabba Penis would agree with that statement.
What a lot of folks don't know is we allow folks to monetize off of our content, right? And that's a deliberate choice that we've made, is actually that we could take away their monetization so that they're not making money off of using our content, but we actually give them that permission, and we think that's one of the ways that we continue to operate in the spirit of like our mission.
After Abba and Preach were notified that some of their videos were being hit by the ye old copyright, not even a day later, they decided to contact Abba and Preach after receiving thousands of negative comments under the most recent video, give him the old my bad, and resolve the issue without involving lawyers. Personally, I'm not buying it. This isn't the first time they've tried to do this bullshit. Blair White, a trans YouTuber, reacted to a Jubilee video that she herself was in, and yet was still hit by a copyright claim for one of her videos. So what the hell was Jubilee's excuse for attempting to copyright claim Abba and Preach in the first place? Because from what I could gather, this wasn't an automated content ID mistake.
I did get to speak to the CEO of Jubilee. I've always said this, even though I do this genre, I don't think everyone who does this genre is doing it correctly. Anyone who's doing bad forms of reactionary content, I'm okay with them being copyright struck if what they're doing is genuinely theft. I talked to him about this. We had a disagreement on this point. And that's okay. That's a matter of opinion. But I don't think any of us wanted a protracted legal battle. They said, we changed our stance, which he admitted, and the way we did this was incorrect. But he also had the grace to say, I admit this mistake, and we want to fix it, and we want to find solutions to make our company be protected. And is something I support.
To me at least, and from what I've seen, it just seems like a lot of people who work at Jubilee, including the CEO, are very thin-skinned. A lot of YouTubers react to Jubilee, including PewDiePie and Cody Ko. Are Abba and Preach more negative towards the Jubilee videos compared to those guys? Maybe. Is that a good excuse? No. There's a video about one of the Jubilee directors reviewing mean YouTube comments and FaceTiming one of their haters.
There can be thousands of amazing comments, but the one critical, hurtful, or flat out hateful one we come across will be the one that sticks with us and eats away at us for days.
Or how about a Jubilee editor saying his whole week was ruined after watching an Abba and Preach video?
When Abba and Preach reacted to our video when Bonnie has a conversation with a Jubilee critic, watching that video, I think that ruined my entire week. I was very bummed because that was a video where I put so much effort into. I don't know, I just keep watching them. Even though I don't love them, I enjoy watching the videos, and I learn a lot, and I'm really curious.
You guys work for a channel that's supposed to be committed towards sharing different viewpoints. Grow a fucking backbone. You guys should have learned this lesson after watching Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, one of the greatest movies of all time. Before Ralph could pull the trigger after reading mean YouTube comments, he's reminded that he should just block out the haters and keep up the grind. mind. You can say that I'm just spewing conspiracies and that I'm overweight, but I do find it interesting that Jubilee promotes on their own website content reactors like it's a positive thing. Again, isn't part of the whole Jubilee brand to share different viewpoints? If they have something negative to say, so what? I wouldn't be surprised if this happens in the future just because another bigger channel says something rude or hurtful towards what's happening in their content.